YouTube, and then we officially start.
Nope, we've already officially started, Amanda. You're on.
Oh, we started?
Yep.
When did that happen? Oh, now I look really professional. Have we started yet? Great, thanks. Okay. Hey guys, if you haven't figured it out yet, you are watching an open mic, meaning not necessarily the most professional show you're going to see, but we're trying so hard. My name is Amanda Cohen. I am hosting the Flappers Comedy Club antiviral open mic. I made So the way this works is we have a bunch of comics standing by, and each of them is going to do their hot 3 minutes for you. It might be new stuff. It might be stuff they're working on. Who knows in this weird new world? I don't want to say brave new world, because brave is people going out and licking things. Those people are brave. They're also idiots. We're in a weird new world. And in the words of Hunter S. Thompson, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro.
I like it.
So I am very happy to be hosting this mic. This is very fun. And I think I'm going to give an on deck, and then I'm going to blither about some stuff. On deck right now is Stacey Machelle. Stacey, you are on. In the meantime, I'm just going to blither. I was talking to my mom today, because now we talk to our moms every day, right? Like your parents. I'm not kidding. If you love your parents, talk to them every day, because here's the thing. My parents are 84, okay? So for the past 5 years, I've been living with them. Is this our because okay, somebody has their audio on the Facebook page. So for the past 5 years, I've been living with okay, whoever has their audio on the Facebook page, you need to kill your audio on the Facebook page. Thank you. I know we all want to watch ourselves in a 28-second delay, but for the favor, and make sure that your audio from Facebook is off. That is much better. In fact, I'm going to do it right now, just so I can keep track of the feed. And immediately I turned off the audio. Yeah, I'm a freaking pro. No. See, I don't want to hear that. So if you'd be kind enough, if you are in the room, turn off the audio on everything else, on your email, on your phone, your YouTube, your kids, whatever you got. Just turn it off. Great. Oh, by the way, we have a drinking game we have established. If anybody's pet walks into the room at any time, it doesn't have to be during their set, but if anybody's kid walked into the room, take a drink. This is water. Thank you. Enjoy. So feel free to get yourself a drink and play along at some point. So yeah, I was talking to my mom today, and my mom told me she's okay with being alone because she was an only child. Did you ever think that would be such an advantage? Did you ever think that we'd be in a world where being able to live alone is like a superpower? A lot of comics are going to have to change our material, because, and I said this earlier, is that if you're writing anything that has to do with humans in a room together, touching each other, or just in a room that you're not already living with, that's a period piece now. It's like when you're watching a movie and the Twin Towers show up. It's like a little disconnect. Like, ooh, that's the before time.
Yeah.
So for a little while, anything with more than one person in the room is going to be the before time. But luckily, I spent most of my life alone. I mean, I'm not an only child. I have a little brother. But most of my life is spent alone. I work from home. I have for the past 3 years. And I generally hang out alone. So this is not a huge stretch for me. But I know that for a lot of people, it is. And for that, we're trying to bring some comedy into your lives to, you know, I can't tell you how many people have said, you know, I don't think I did a good comedy job, but boy, was it neat seeing other faces. I love you all. Thank you. We have a couple people tuning in on the Facebook, unless that all 5 of them are you. I don't know. Is everyone here watching Facebook? Well, the good news is that after this will stay on the on the YouTube. Did I say Facebook?
Yep.
YouTube. This will stay on the YouTube for a little while, so we get additional views. And honestly, if 5 people are watching okay, 4. One of you guys logged out. Ha ha. If 5 people are watching this open mic, that's more than usually come to an open mic. The mic we did on Sunday, we got about 900 views.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Imagine doing an open mic to 800 people.
Wow.
I know. So no pressure. Y'all gonna be so let me give you a new on deck. On deck right now is Kyle Blades.
Oh.
But right now we are going to the incredibly talented and technically savvy Stacey Machelle.
Yay.
Hey, I'm as excited as you guys sound. So this is really new for me, this whole, doing comedy on the live stream, but actually this is probably the most I've done comedy because I don't have to go anywhere to do it. It's just like, this is a lazy comic's dream. Wow. So guys, if I lose my train of thought while I'm doing my set here, just forgive me because I have ADHD. And I don't mean like the whole, flighty, I'm having a little ADHD today. No, I for real have ADHD. I was just diagnosed last year. And do you know how shocking it is for me to find out that at the age of none of your business, I have a little white boy's disorder? I mean, for real? And because Black people, and the Black people in the house, because Black people just don't talk about mental health issues because it is such a stigma, it was like, I had to come out to my family about this. And my aunt, she was like, typical older Black generation, Jesus is your therapist. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Let us pray. Father God, please let that doctor prescribe me some Adderall because Father God, this is a pre-existing condition because you gave it to me and let my Obamacare pay for it. And Father God, you are the reason I've been fired from 17 jobs in 15 years. So thank you very much. Amen. And God, guys, God heard my prayers. I got the Adderall, and let me tell you how amazing Adderall is. Maybe you're on it, maybe you know, but I'm from Alabama originally, and growing up, I pretty much exclusively dated white guys. I know, don't get jealous. And but do you know how code crafty, shifty you gotta be, by the way, to be a Black girl who dates rednecks? Anyway, my whole adult life have just pretty much only dated white guys. And then I took Adderall for the first time back last March on a Tuesday morning. And by Tuesday evening, I was swiping past the white boys and looking at the brothers. Guys, I took Adderall and all of a sudden I'm into Black men. What the fuck? You mean all this time there was a pill for that? And it's like, white girls have clearly known about this for a very long time because white girls were the first ones to get their hands on the Adderall, and they've been stealing the rich Black dick for a very long time, okay? So they clearly knew all this time that the Adderall turns you on to Black men. Well, white girls, I'm coming after your mental health conditions, okay? I got me a Black man. Okay, he is the blackest Black man I can find. He's got dreadlocks and everything, and he has a real job. And guys, we hooked up last year, and I broke his heart. Like literally broke his heart. The next day, he had to have open heart surgery. The man had like an arterial tear. Like he had open heart surgery. So I'm with him in intensive care unit and I'm looking at him connected to all these tubes and everything. And I was looking at him and I was just like feeling myself because I'm like, I sucked the life out of that brother. My mouth must be velvety. So yeah, guys,
Oh,
I'm just gonna say after this experience that the whole stereotype is true. White girls have known about this all the time. That once you go black, they have a heart attack. 3 minutes? Because I got more. Was
good.
that
No,
3?
you're good. You are good.
All right. Thanks,
Ladies and
guys.
gentlemen, that was the lovely, talented Stacey Machelle. Give it up for Stacey. Yay. You are I keep wanting to say Facebook and I'm wrong. If you're on the YouTube feed, there is a chat going on. Feel free to say anything you want. Normally we have to say keep your table talk to a minimum, but as long as you're typing, we can't hear you. So you can say anything you want. And I may or may not share it with the rest of the comics. So through. On deck right now is one of our favorites. He's been here almost every night. On deck is Greg Gerson.
Woo!
Or Kyle Blade.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Kyle Blades, and that is my real name, I hope. It is a crazy time to be alive, right? Since this pandemic has happened, my life has done a complete 360. Nothing's changed. I still order takeout food all the time. Flappers, get it from Flappers. Make sure you do that. I still avoid people, and I still worry about spreading a disease. It's not entirely true. That's me like 100 pounds ago. I don't think I have to worry about, my hand getting syphilis. So, the people in the world they're really worried. They're really scared right now, and I totally understand that. But not me. I did 2 tours in Iraq, and so I kind of have like a different barometer for fear. It's Celsius. But people ask me, like, how do I handle all this scary stuff, especially now that so many people are scared. And here's the important thing to remember, and something I hope everyone can really take away from tonight and use in your own life. The key to not having that kind of fear is I'm dead inside. Maybe not like entirely dead. I just struggle with human emotions, Besides that, I'm great, guys. I'm doing great. Great. If I keep saying it, you're gonna believe me. I'm great. No, but people are always like, the key to happiness is service to others. Bullshit. Okay. I am very happy when I service myself. That no, that does check out. No, okay. But here, thank you. Here's the thing that I've found about being happy is we're not supposed to be happy. There's this psychological adaptation that says no matter how much good happens in life, we're eventually gonna get sad. Like, yay, I gotta work from home. I'm not allowed to leave. Like, yay, I have a velvet mouth. I almost killed a man.
Gotcha.
Yay, I can work on my comedy. I'm still not funny. It's the psychological adaptation that's called the hedonic treadmill because it goes around and around like that. And,
what is it called?
The hedonic treadmill.
Like hedonism? Hedonic?
Yeah. Like no matter how much good, because good is hedonism, bad is you just go around and around. And here's the best thing about that is I'm not getting on a fucking treadmill. I'm great. Thank you guys so much.
Give it up for Kyle. Kyle is the awesomest. And he taught us a new word, hedonic. Hedonic treadmill. Is that like the kind of people who go out and like drink and do drugs and have sex and then fall asleep. And then the next day they get up and they drink and they have sex, and they do drugs. That's the hedonic treadmill. Is that what that is?
Isn't that all people?
No, that's my point.
Oh.
I've never been anywhere near that treadmill. I haven't even been in that gym. So yeah, I mean, good for you if you can pull it off, but it is something to be aware of. I mean, I'm not used to working from home. I'm used to working from home, but I'm not used to not being able to go out after working from home. You know, I was in the habit. I'd work all day, go out to a club, see humans, and then come back here and be okay with my life. But now I'm getting on a different hedonic treadmill, and that is doing this every night. Yeah. Okay, moving right along. On deck right now is a guy. Did I know you in Chicago, Hans? Hans?
I'm from Los Angeles, so I don't think so.
Okay, there's another Hans with a similar name. I keep thinking it was you, but it wasn't. Okay, Hans. Anyway, doesn't matter where you're from. You're on deck. Right now, please welcome the man with the best background in town, Greg.
Thank you. Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm Greg, and I was looking for news about how the Wuhan virus affects the elderly. Well, then I realized I am the elderly.
Got Stacey.
Yeah, it's been one of those days. Anyways, now for all of you who are complaining about being quarantined, now just remember, your grandparents were called to war. You are being called to stay at home and watch Netflix. People, you can't do this. Now, I have a solution for all of you who want to know if you have this Wuhan virus, but you cannot get tested for it. Very simple. Part 1, find a rich person. Part 2, cough directly into their face. And then part 3, wait a week for their test results. Now, one good thing about the Wuhan virus is that everybody is finally learning how to wash their hands correctly. That's good. Next week, turn signals. Now, I live in a retirement village, and my neighbors are all upset because their cleaning ladies are working from their own homes. They're doing this by sending the instructions to their clients on how to clean their own darn homes. And another thing, did you realize in about 3 weeks that we're about 3 weeks away from knowing everybody's true hair color? And it's getting harder to go to the grocery store. I went today. I was told that all I needed was a mask and gloves. Well, they lied. Everybody else had their clothes on. Anyways, I'm a substitute teacher, and many of my neighbors are helping their kids out by homeschooling their grandkids. Well, so far one student has been suspended for skipping class, and the other one has been expelled.
Oh.
That's why I believe that if our schools are closed for too much longer, grandparents, not the scientists, are going to find the cure or die. I've also noticed there's a lot of silence from other teachers who don't believe that flipping burgers and stocking shelves aren't real jobs. And then I got a letter saying that substitute teachers are not considered essential employees. My last paycheck proved that. And then, I was sitting around, just not doing much at home. So I started thinking, which is dangerous. Because if the year 2000 was Y2K, will the year 2020 be known as Y2Ply? Okay, and I'm also starting to wonder about the future. Because in 2050, Johnny will wake up and go to the bathroom. But this won't be an ordinary day. No, because this will be the day that Johnny will open the last package of toilet paper. Here it's got back in 2020. Finally, I called a bakery to order her cake, and I told them to write anything they wanted on it. So when I got home and opened the cake box, the icing read, "Time to play America's favorite game. Am I bored or am I hungry?" Thank you for tuning in. I'm Greg Gerson, the big person. Good night, everybody.
Greg! Woo!
Any questions?
Wait, what?
Any questions?
Oh, any questions?
I'm a teacher. You have to say any questions at the end of every lesson, otherwise they fire you.
Oh, okay. Yes, my question is, why are you still talking?
Because I'm on the screen.
I apologize. Yes, you're on the screen. Good. Awesome. Yeah, all the teachers are like, all the parents who are homeschooling now suddenly get what teachers do. And I've heard a lot of complaints about no teachers. I haven't heard a single complaint about no sports. So maybe when this is over, we'll pay the teachers what they're worth and the sports guys can go back to doing it for fun. Who's with me?
I'm with you.
Who's the teacher? Okay. On deck right now is the Joshua Snyder Memorial spot. Welcome. Hans Sardo. Hans Sardo.
Thank you.
There it is.
Is that what I look like? Never mind that. Thank you, Amanda. Like I said, she said, my name is Hans. I have a very unusual name, unless you're Amanda. Apparently, she knows a bunch of Hanses, but it's not a name I feel like is represented very well in history as well. A lot of war crimes committed by guys named Hans. So not a very good start. Also, in movies, I'm not represented well. I'm always the bad guy, like in Die Hard. The bad guy's name is Hans, like a prover, right? In Frozen, the bad guy's name is Hans in a child's musical. And if it's a World War II movie, but they also, it's hard having an unusual name, especially in today's society where we have to order a bunch of takeout, and they never ask for a number anymore. They used to have a foolproof system on how to deliver food. They would say, here's your number, and then when we call this number, your food is ready, right? Foolproof, anybody could do it. But now Starbucks came along and they were like, we feel you. We see you as more than a number, and we would like to come inside of you and ask for your name, right? And it's a messed up system because everybody's got fucked up names, right? People got the same name, and it's hard to keep track. Like go to the mocha almond whatever for Rebecca, and 8 bitches show up. Who gets it, right? It's confusing. But it's especially confusing with a name like Hans. Because I don't know, everybody has trouble with it for some reason. I think it's very simple, right? It's very H-A-N-S, right? Very simple, I think, but everyone has a lot of trouble with it. I always get Hans a lot. Is your name Hans? Like, what are you named after? I don't know. These? No, that's not what I'm named after. I get Hanes, the underwear, a lot as well, and Han Solo. That one's all right, but the rest of them are pretty bad. But so this one time I'm at this particular salad establishment, and I go and I order my salad. And, I know it's a little hard to believe, but just follow me here on this one. So I order my salad, and she's like, "Can I have a name for the order?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Hans, H-A-N-S, right?" So I said it, I spelt it, and then I said it again, just like they do in the spelling bee, right? So we should have had no problems at all. And so I'm sitting down, I'm waiting for my salad, and I'm getting a little fidgety. I'm wondering, because it's taking a little while, so I'm wondering where my salad's at. And I look down at the receipt to see what time I placed the order, because I'm white, and that's, I want to have something to complain about. That's kind of what we do. And, but I look down, and on the top of the receipt, it just says hams really big. Hams, H-A-M. Yes, right. And I'm at first I'm a little confused. I'm like, I don't really want ham on my salad. I'm going to be kind of upset if they do that. But then I'm like, oh my God, like she thought I said my name was Hams, right? Hams, like as in honey baked hams, 2 of them, right? And so I'm sitting there for a little bit, and my salad comes up to ready, and someone's calling the orders, and I'm like, you know, there's no way that this kid screams hams across this crowded restaurant, right? Sure enough, right? Salad for hams, salad for hams, right? For 45 minutes, he threw Jennifer's salad in the trash after 2, right? And they call mine hams for 45 minutes. And that's my time, guys. Thank you guys so much. My name is Hans.
Good job.
Oh, Heinz.
Just your friend from Chicago.
I don't know if it's another Hans or another Sardo. One of those names is triggering a memory. Meanwhile, I can't remember anybody's name, which is why I love this format so much, because your name is right there on the screen. That helps a lot as an MC and as a human, really. I think just knowing people's names helps tremendously. All right, on deck right now, Nicky Davis Miller.
Yay!
Right now, though, we have the Joshua Snyder Memorial Spot.
Hello, everyone. Jewish enough for you? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
No.
That's my new opener. That's where we're at. That's what comedy is now. So my plan for surviving the apocalypse is A, continue to not have a refrigerator. And B, just have dinner at 7-Eleven every night.
Very healthy.
And so I've been eating a lot of top ramen, and I have some thoughts I'd like to share with you about this. Is it a food? First of all, I ate ramen when I was in middle school, and I'm eating ramen now, and the design on the box has not changed. I really think in the mid 70s, the people who made ramen got together and said, gentlemen, we're done. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing further we can do here. Like, I have a theory that at the ramen factory, I don't think anyone's there. Like, I think it's just somebody pushing print. And then just noodles are going into styrofoam, and you know what? It's a brilliant ramen. I'm investing in ramen. I am. Think about it, because when things are really, really bad, it's a survival food. But even when things are really, really good, the people at ramen know there are always going to be people who major in theater. It's brilliant. I am horny. I've noticed that lately. Which is but here's the other thing. I'm kind of, in many ways, I'm glad I'm alone right now, because I have this theory that approximately 0.01% of couples who are in quarantine are actually happy about it. And I can tell by the number of comedians who have done basically this joke. Well, you know, in quarantine, 1 day is 7 days. I've heard that joke from 19 different comedians.
Wow.
And like, the people who I feel the worst for are the people who right before they did the stay at home, it was the couple who were like, you know what? I'm just not feeling this relationship. Man, good. 2 people have left since I started my set. Like, If this were an actual club, I wouldn't be able to see, but like it's like if the phone is telling me, "Hey, Franklin Yee left." Maybe you better try that one again. Like, is that
on the YouTube?
Pardon?
On YouTube.
Whatever the case. Oh, quick impression. This is my impression of every douchebag who has a commercial on YouTube. Hey, I'm going to show you how to make $1,000.
Nailed it.
I find it really sad that this is the best set I've had all year. Does this even count as comedy? I don't know. All right, I'm good. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, good job.
Snyder. Give it up for Joshua Snyder. He's the reason we're here, by the way. For some reason, the club has allowed him to stick around and make this sort of thing happen. So that is why we have an open mic. So give it up for Josh. Awesome.
Hey, good job.
Master Warrior.
Mention to our all of our okay, we'll call it 9. You lost us a YouTube person, Josh. Our non-YouTube people should know this. Flappers is still serving food, you guys. They're doing a takeaway menu, and you can order. You can go to the website, flapperscomedy.com. I always add a club there. I don't know why. flapperscomedy.com. You can also call them at 818-209-2368. Once again, order food from Flappers for the full virtual experience.
Yes.
818-209-2368. Awesome. I don't know why you're not looking at me. You're still looking at Josh, but you know what? You know what? Who would you rather? I wish we could do a side by side so you could decide who you wanted to look at, me or Josh. You're still looking at me, so that's fine by me. Okay, well, I'm up in the corner. So, hi, this one's me. Hi. Hey. Okay.
There we go.
Awesome. Hey, by the way, there's a very important tip for everybody. If you want to kill about an hour, and I know you do, call your mom and help her add a new channel on her Roku. The upside is now I have Criterion on my Roku. So, okay, moving right the hell along. On deck right now is Kyle Chrise. Right now, give it up for Nicky Davis Miller.
Hi guys. I really love that Flappers is selling toilet paper. I just wanted to know, are they the giant rolls that you get in the bathroom, the big one ply?
Are they getting rid of inventory?
We actually have in the club that like you have to wheel into the bathroom. I love that. I love that. What else is I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. This is not that different for me. I don't know why I'm yelling. This is not that different for me. I've been down to a half a roll of toilet paper since I moved into my apartment by myself. So I'm always looking for new and interesting alternatives to toilet paper. I've gotten down to coffee filters. That's okay. I drink cold brew now, so it's fine. So I guess I'll just do some of my regular jokes. I recently had a birthday. I just turned 52. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Yeah, thanks.
Get
I
closer
only
to
said it
the
so
camera
that you
for a
get to
second.
have that reaction, by the way. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of nice
A black
compliments.
girl, it means something.
Oh wow, yes, thank you. I appreciate that. White don't crack occasionally. Under the right circumstances. Doesn't flow off the tongue quite as well as black don't crack, but yeah, so I've been getting some nice compliments. Somebody called me a handsome woman yesterday. I'm actually pretty sure that's not a compliment. I sat and I thought about it for a second and I looked at them and I was like, you know, Caitlyn Jenner is a handsome woman. I was like, that's not quite the look I was going for, but thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. It's kind of an odd thing to be called like a masculine compliment to give to a woman. I don't know. It's like, what's Nicky look like? Is she pretty? Yeah, I guess she's pretty. Pretty like how? I guess she's like a young Kevin Costner.
Worse.
So I'll take that. Yes, take that. I have a boyfriend right now, and he has a dad bod, which I really like. This is actually perfect for us. I've never eaten so much in my entire life. My boyfriend is the perfect partner for this. Because here's the thing: the older I get, the more I realize that sex is really more about how it feels than how it looks.
Right.
I guess I could have figured that out a long time ago, but having a six-pack abs doesn't really mean that much to me. What I like to reach under a guy's shirt and I feel it, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, this is soft, and this guy knows how to have a good time. You know, he's not eating cauliflower pizza, right? It's just nice. I don't know. At the end of the night, there's always ice cream, so that's good. Guaranteed. But he's really cool. I think things are getting kind of serious with us. We don't actually live together, but he did just buy a second bottle of ranch to keep at my house. So very nice. I don't want to say he's broke. I just don't want to say it. It's not nice. I mean, he's not broke. He has a little bit of, obviously he has second bottle of ranch money, so he's okay. But he's good. He's not, I don't know. It's what was I going to talk about with that? Let's see. He doesn't have, I had a cheap boyfriend once. He was the worst. I hate cheap guys. I had a boyfriend. By the way, I can't see. I got to find who's lighting me. Let's see. Where's the thing?
You're three.
You got the light, Nicky.
Where? Who is it? Let's see. Where? Oh no. Where's the person with the fingers?
Y'all have
Did I just get fingers? I got fingers. Okay, I see Kyle's
You just
fingers.
got this many fingers.
Okay. Oh, I'm done. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great night. I'm Nicky Davis.
We're playing fast and loose with the numbers. So if you think that you need to finish up after you see the fingers, great. But do me a favor, when you do see them, give me a little sign so I don't stand here blocking my own camera the whole time.
My apologies.
That's
My bad.
quite right.
I'm
This
sorry.
is a learning process for everybody, including the many people we got on. Yes, on the 10 people on the YouTubes. Although I just realized I'm one of them, so that's pretty sad. Wait, now we're 11. All right. I feel like I feel like
Single digits.
this is a pledge break in TV. Remember public television pledge breaks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's look at anyway. On deck now is Mary Kennedy. Right now, give it up for Kyle.
Oh.
All right, what is up, flappers? So good to see some familiar faces. I got my flappers cookie right here.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the benefit of ordering out is you can stack them all on top of each other at once and eat them. Can't really do that in the club anymore. Will giving you some weird looks. God. I'm still working. I'm out there still working. I'm essential. Who knew that LA needed to have top 40 radio? You know? Essential. Shawn Mendes sings one duet with Camila Cabello, and it's like we've got to have it. You know? Oh, thank you. I work for one of those. I got one of those celebrity hosts, radio hosts. You know, I won't shout out his name in public, but his initials are A.C. Slater. He's who knew he was essential? I would have definitely put my money on Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Oh my God.
So I'm still going to work. That's how I swung by to get the cookies today. I was away from work. Good to see that. Good to see that advertising is still essential. I saw them putting up the new Trolls billboard. I'm pretty sure they canceled the Trolls movie, but the ads have got to stay. Got to keep those guys working. They got to paint those bus stop benches. The pot stores are open, right? Here we go. It was like illegal, and now it's essential. What happened?
That's
I
quite
think next year it's going to be mandatory. It's like if you're in LA, you have to get baked.
We find out it's sure.
Yeah, it might be the cure. Good. I'm so happy that. Thank you. That. Not everyone is out of work. I'm so happy that the spam callers are still out there working hard.
Right?
Heaven forbid those guys lose their jobs, because how many people are falling for these scams if they can still stay in business? If anyone needs, I'm opening a laundry service for Valley Comics. If anyone needs a safe and clean place for laundry, hit me in the DMs. I'm accepting cookies as payment. See you guys later.
Chrise, Kyle with triple stack of cookies there. I'm loving that.
Looks good.
Did you pick those up today? They're not like yesterday cookies or anything. That's great. Awesome. Yeah, I have yet to get down there. I need to get me one of those Flappers pizzas. I'm so addicted to the Flappers. You guys, Flappers, the place where Flappers is now used to be a restaurant with a full pizza oven. So it's not like normal comedy club pizza. It's like real pizza, and it's awesome. Now I'm hungry and I have to finish the show before I can eat anything because we don't want to be eating on stage. By the way, viewers at home, you can play along. If somebody's cat walks into somebody's window, drink. Okay. We are rounding the curve towards home. On deck now is David Schneider. Please give it up for the lovely Mary Kennedy.
Yay!
I have a mic. Look at me. It has nothing. But I have a mic, and I'm standing up because I got to get my Zumba steps in for today. All right, I'm moving. Yes, I am in an undisclosed location in Van Nuys, California. And some of you guys remember me from the show Shameless. I played an out-of-work prostitute who worked for food. Now I'm a comic who is going to deliver food for Flappers. So there you go. I'm in a new series called The Real Housewives of Van Nuys. We go to the Vallarta market. When things get really crazy, I go to the DMV and get my headshots done. I do Bikram yoga at the tax accountant, hairstylist, bails bondsman on Victory. Thank you. So yeah, it's been tough. My husband, I'm the extrovert in the relationship. My husband is the introvert. He's a man of very little words. So when he does speak, I ignore him. I'm pausing. This is like, I feel like I'm kind of in a delay, but it's just my life. My kid's a substitute teacher as well. I bring theater into low-income schools, and I'm not an essential employee, and my children don't think I'm an essential employee either. All my daughter is doing is rolling her eyes, and my husband keeps telling me to cook food and clean. And, it's like I'm on house arrest, actually, and I don't have a fun ankle bracelet. It's very upsetting. And I don't understand, now that I'm perimenopausal, I don't understand how I went from dressing for Ross, Dress for Less, where I could dress like a whore cheaply, and now I have to dress they send you to Chico's. They send you to Chico's address, and because it's always a Chico's kind of day. I'm telling you, it's never a Chico's kind of day. I've not been able to see my chiropractor from all the turquoise that they've made me wear when I wear my Chico's outfits because my neck is hurting and the chiropractor isn't seeing patients. And I don't understand why they sew in jewelry. Have we given up that much, women, that they have to sew jewelry into my sweater? Thank you. Somebody's crying. Either they've gotten some toilet paper or they're crying. Anyway, so I went to Gelson's to get some food because the hookup is they'll give you one roll of toilet paper per family. And I went, and there's people still checking the GMOs. They're like, is this GMO? Is this gluten-free? Is this soy-based? I'm like, just take the white Wonder Bread and run along. Go, leave. And if you're not going to do it, I'm going to fight you for that. I will hit the bitch. Yeah, I've become very violent in this. I'm originally from Boston. Tom Brady's been transferred to the Buccaneers, which is all right. And the accent, you guys, when I lived in Boston and moved out to LA, the accent was getting in the way of my sex life. It was. I was getting in the way of my sex life. And so, you know, I'd have a night of heavy lovemaking and I turned to the guy, I turned to the guy next to me and I go, that's a wicked big pissy you got down there. All right, everybody. Good night. Thank you so much for this.
Yay. For Mary Kennedy.
Thank you.
I don't think we ever have to worry about uncomfortable clothes again. I'm really hoping that people get so used to the concept of like just being in their jammies all day, or at least being in their comfy clothes all day, that that this becomes the norm. You know, that I predict two things in the next year. I predict a fashion show for jammies and a fashion show for hazmat suits. Coming I honestly believe that's going to happen. All right, on deck we have Franklin Yee, who I think is still in the dark. Franklin, have you hooked yourself up with some light?
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Franklin, turn on your car light. It's okay. We need to see you. So Franklin Yee is on deck, but right now we have the lovely and talented David Schneider. Woo!
Fucking bold. Really good. I don't know if I'm being an ass. I'm jealous of a 6-year-old. My friend lives in Beverly Hills. All right. Last week he throws a birthday party for his kid. Valet parking, catered, a clown. Not just a regular old-fashioned, jolly John Wayne Gacy-looking clown. A Cirque du Soleil clown, because it appears nothing's funnier than a French mime on a tricycle with a tiny umbrella. Front lawn, pony rides. You got to see the face on the pony. Other horses are thinking about the Kentucky Derby. This pony is thinking, if this little shit kicks me one more time, I'm going to punch his fucking head in. Now, I was jealous because I grew up in a middle-class blue-collar family in Brooklyn. And the closest I got to a pony as a kid, for my 6th birthday, my dad took me to the track. Totally his fucking idea. Made sense. Why would a 6-year-old boy want to go to Coney Island with rides and games when he can go to the track with degenerates and losers? You know what? Don't feel bad for me. How many kids you know got to watch their dad lose any chance of them going to a good college? Dad didn't think much of college. He used to always tell me as a little kid, he goes, you know what? As long as you got 2 good hands and a strong work ethic, you'll always get by selling stolen cigarettes from a van. That was my influence growing up. So we get to the track. He buys 2 general admission tickets. For $10 more, we could have had seats inside. But he thought standing outside in the sun for 5 hours was well worth the extra $10 in betting capital. That was his idea of financial planning. Problem is, he didn't know that he can't make a bet with me because minors weren't allowed to go to the betting window. So right then and there, we could have gotten in the car and laughed about it on the way to Coney Island. Or we could do what my dad did, find a total stranger to watch me. I gotta cut a lot of shit out here because I got 1 minute left. But you know what? To my surprise, my dad actually paid a lot of attention to me at that moment. He showed me how to make a bet. He taught me how to read the program, how the stats on the horse and the previous races and all of that shit, made a determination how you're gonna bet, what the percentage. I gotta tell you something, I was fucking impressed because you gotta understand something. Scholastically, school-wise, my dad was a moron. My dad got expelled from high school for chronic repetitive absences, which is fucked up. They punished it, that he couldn't go to school as punishment for not going to school. I wish others saw the same logic in that, like jury duty. I get a letter from the court saying, hey, Schneider, you missed 3 jury notices. What the fuck? You know what? Now you can't come. Anyway, when we were leaving the track, my dad let me bet throughout the whole time. I bet my allowance money. He even let me borrow some money because I was having the time of my life. My dad and I, we were like pals. When I left the track, at the end of the day, I started to cry. Not because I didn't go to Coney Island. I cried because I was only 6 years old. Yet thanks to my dad and our date together, I owe $3 grand to a bookie named Big Paulie. That's me. Thank you.
Snyder, appropriately taken to the racetrack at a tender age. I wonder if it affected him.
A little bit.
A little bit. I think.
I have issues.
All right. You guys are awesome for sticking around. I'll tell you, normally an open mic, people do their set and split and go to another open mic, but there really aren't that many right now. So thanks for hanging out.
This is great.
Also want to mention real quick, this is our public radio moment. So I'm going to switch to my public radio voice. The way that we're able to stay broadcasting is people like you help us. How do you do that? You're wondering. Well, here's how. You have a PayPal. Everybody has a PayPal. PayPal is a site where you can send and receive money. Go to PayPal, send some money to Flappers Comedy at flapperscomedy.com. Yep. We rely on your support to stay on the air. Okay, enough public radio. The problem is that we are relying on your support to remain a comedy club. Honestly, so many businesses are not going to make it through this. And wouldn't it be sad if we lost a club? There's so few comedy clubs anywhere. We can't afford to lose one. No, boy, that was me losing my job right there is what you just heard. No, but for reals, if you got a couple extra bucks, order the food, just donate whatever you want to do if you're watching the show and you didn't pay to get in, which you wouldn't anyway because it's an open mic. But do consider donating on PayPal, flapperscomedy at flapperscomedy.com. We appreciate it tremendously. Are y'all ready for your headliner?
Yeah.
All right, this is it. Apparently the guy you've been waiting for.
All right.
Here now in his car. Franklin Yee.
Crazy. I'm the headliner. Yes, I knew I'd headline this club one of these goddamn days. All right. I knew it. It was on my vision board. All right, it was happening. Right here. I'm in my car because my dad uses my room to play saxophone in the day. You know. The other mic I was at, the other Zoom mic I was at, was saying, "Get the point, Frank. Your dad's banging your mom. That's why he's playing sax." I was like, "Okay, that's why I'm in my car." All right, guys, that's what's happening. Let's see. Went to Flappers earlier. for the Flappers. Got a $6 Red Bull. Tips pretty well too. Nice grocery store and stuff like that. Also paid for this on Zoom. I guess what I'm trying to say is I am officially in the Burbank Comedy Festival. Yeah. This is my entrance fee, God damn it. I'm in it. All right. I am in this thing. Amanda's right. We do need drop off some money because we've seen the Joker, right? We've seen the Joker. There's going to be a lot of these comics out in the streets. It's not going to be safe, all right? And they're going to invade our coffee shops. And where we're going to write our screenplays and they're in our coffee shops, all right? We got to have another club, all right? And I'm coming to this mic every week because I don't want Josh Snyder to commit suicide, all right, guys? I want him to be here. I want him to be here, all right? This is Master Warrior. You're right. I got your back, Master Warrior. I got your back. Got your back, buddy. Oh yeah, there you go. That's what he's talking about. Yeah. Again for Amanda, this can't be easy, bro. This is like it's like doing tech seminars or something like that, right? You just explain that one.
I do those actually.
Good. It's good. It's great. Let's see. Not easy being an Asian on the streets, you know. Last year's Crazy Rich Asians, you know. Now, no, that shit right now. It's not good. I need a gun. I told my dad I needed a gun, and he gave me a samurai sword. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this sword? You know, kill the guys with the gun? She's like, no, you kill yourself, all right? Die with honor, not like a bitch. I was like, all right. I get it. Thank you. I just want to say that coronavirus made me appreciate other viruses. You know, the ones you can see, like chickenpox, mumps, herpes. Right? At least, you know, if someone has a cold sore on their lip, they got the herpes. All right, we don't know. All right, we don't know any of this stuff. I'm happy. I got the headline. All right, yeah. All right. Check off the box. All right. Hopefully the Comedy Store has a virtual mic too, and I can get in on that too. All right, guys, you have a great night.
All right.
Thank you. Good job.
Awesome. Lights off for Franklin Yee. That's awesome.
All right, guys. So that's our show for tonight. Just a couple of closing things I want to say. Number one, our Flappers University, we have classes now daily, and they're all online. Be sure to check that out at flappersuniversity.com. Stand-up classes, writing classes, even we're doing shows on how to produce digital shows like this on your own. So be sure to go to flappersuniversity.com for that. We're also going to be starting virtual shows. This Sunday is the first show where audiences can also buy a ticket and watch. We've got Brian Kiley, Karen Rontowski, a great lineup of comedians coming up this Sunday. There will be more to come, we assure you. And don't forget to order takeaway food 7 nights a week with some grocery store items, folks. That has been your antiviral open mic for tonight. And now the Amber is going to turn off the live YouTube feed. There we go. Isn't that, how subtle is that?
I thought you were going to do it. I made you the host, dude.
Amanda made you the
All right.
turn it off.
No,
Oh, great.
There we go.
Awkward, beginning awkward ending.